We had fantasy sporks. Now we have fantasy morphine.
Yeah, so they're going to take you to go. And I just want to check in real quick. How long are you staying at the blacksmith?
How long will Victoria let me stay at the blacksmith?
Give me a persuasion check.
15.
15? Faena, you arrive at Mathis's bookshop. No sign of River there. When you walk in, it is a small bookshop, made smaller by the fact that in the middle of the bookshop is a cafe that has kind of like filled the bookshop and pushed some shelves further from the center. There are more townsfolk than you might expect on a work day hanging out here having coffee, whereas normally you think they'd probably be working at the factory, but who've all kind of like filled out the cafe. It's pretty busy. You see a older woman, middle-aged, with whom you're not unfamiliar with, but I don't know how well you know her, with pink, like rocky hair and like a very like gravelly granite skin, maintaining the coffee shop, while a stuffy-looking elven man looks middle-aged, thick round glasses, and hair that's been like cropped really short but still swept to the side, dressed in a pristine suit, is like fussing over like the books and trying cataloging new books for the shelves.
So who would be more likely to notice Faena just looking around every single corner at all these different, like in all these different bookstore aisles and being like, River? River.
Hello, Miss Crimmins.
Hello, Mr. What's Mathis's last name?
Give me a history check, because you don't like interacting with people in town.
That's fair. That's decent.
That's fine.
Do
You can say it for the camera, so.
Well, what is it then?
You can say what you rolled for the camera.
Well, I rolled a 16, but tell me what his name is.
His last name is Valthum.
Say it again.
Valthum? Valthum.
Yes, Valthum. Mathis Valthum.
That's a name.
Yes, he's not from here.
No, he's not.
Hello, Mr. Valthum.
Yes.
I was just looking for a friend of mine. Did you happen to see them?
I don't know what friends you have got, Miss Crimmins. I don't know who you would be talking about. Can you elaborate?
Wonderful.
Describe them a little bit? Any bit of information that would be helpful? Are they a book?
And Faena just holds up her book that she took from Faedan. At the genre.
You're going to pay for that, yes?
And mocking those. No, they're not. Pay for what?
The book.
This is Faedan's.
Why did you bring it here?
Do you know anything about it?
Which book?
The Jandu book. The not the book with the hammer.
Got it. Clarifying how many books. There's a lot of books going around.
The book with the Jandu symbols that may be about religion.
Right. Ooh, these dice don't roll well on the table. There we go. So, I do. Do you not read Jondin?
I'm from Sunburst Falls.
I don't know what they teach you here.
Okay, no.
All right, what do you want to know about this book?
What is it?
I mean, this one in particular seems to be a book on Ubletid.
What's an Ubletid?
Ubletid would be the Jondin-specific deity devoted to progress.
Progress?
Like industry, there's a lot of the towns in Jondu are based on industry since the revolution and the forming of the Federation. So it's a lot of things like all, the towns have all been renamed after machinery, that sort of thing. All of this in a big push to dedicate their whole lives to Ubletid and progress and forward thinking. Do you know what I mean?
So what's an Ubletid?
Here, folds the book, hands it back to you. A god, Faena.
But what, like a spirit?
No, like a deity.
But, like...
You know how Godfellians not pray worship, but pay their respects at the Hollow Chapel because they believe that God is dead? That the demiurge fell many years ago?
Yeah, it made the mountains and... Yeah.
Right. Well, other nations believe that their gods are still alive.
But that deity is the mountain.
Right.
So what is Oblited?
A being dedicated to industry. They believe he builds the railroads. Well, symbolically, obviously, they
builds the railroads?
Well, metaphorically, they build the railroads themselves, but he is representative of industry and progress. And
Oblited kind of sounds like a gush, like a slime.
Is it
a slime?
No, it's an orc.
Oh.
Well, I mean, depending on your portrayal of him, but normally he's portrayed as an orc.
Well, that's the most valid information that I've received from this conversation.
How is that more important than the fact that he's a god of another nation? Faena. You really must broaden your horizons. Other nations have plenty of different religions that aren't specific to the ones in Sunburst Falls.
Yes, Mr. Voltham.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I would like to look for a gardening book.
Yes, the gardening section is over there.
Okay.
It's got
and
a big
Faena
tree over it.
Just looks at the gardening section, goes, on second thought, you've been very helpful. Actually, you've not been very helpful, but you're doing so well.
Giving you as much information as I possibly can about this subject.
I'm gonna go get some tea and then go.
I think it's a wonderful idea. Lilith would be happy to help you.
Great. And Faena goes to get some tea and walks out and is gonna start looking for River.
1 copper.
I have 4 notes.
Well, it's going to be 1 copper, 3 quarters, and 49 coppers. Sorry, 1 note will break down to 3 quarters and 49 coppers.
Okay, wait. 3 notes?
Do you have quarters?
Yeah, I added quarters because I realized carrying around 200 coppers was going to be insane.
3 notes and a what? This is math time.
Yes. You had 4 notes?
I had 4 notes.
3 notes, 3 quarters, and 49 coppers because you took 1 copper out.
Quarters and 49.
50 coppers makes a quarter, 4 quarters makes a note.
God
Gotcha.
damn. Okay, math.
Great.
We are making a show about the turn of the century. Commerce and industry is going to be real important. Your language is called commerce.
Okay, so just for clarification, tea was 1 copper.
Yes.
So Lilith pulled out 3 quarters and 49 coppers.
Yes.
That's a really big coin purse, but okay.
They never said they were big.
They're all the size of a paperclip. You just like throw them in a bag together.
Still, that's a lot of coppers.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, copper is what most people carry a handful of coppers, and that's it because most things don't cost notes in this town.
Right.
Y'all are it's a pretty poor town. Most things cost a few coppers.
Right. So it's like
You're walking around with
$100 bill.
Yeah, you're walking around with a bank account.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah.
Not gonna get robbed in this game, right? Please don't make me get robbed.
Probably
in this
not
game.
in Sunburst Falls.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Not saying robbery doesn't happen, but probably not in Sunburst Falls.
Yeah.
Probably not worried about
Be like,
pickpockets.
So Faena
Johnny
is-
robbed me.
Yeah, you know exactly who robbed you. It's
So
the Fisher children.
Faena is looking around.
Oh.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. You're looking around
Is that investigation or perception?
for what are you looking for?
Looking for River.
Well, it depends. Are you doing a quick glance, or are you going
No,
to spend some time
thorough
there?
investigation.
Investigation check.
Okay. I should have done glance because that's higher, but you know.
Go for it.
14.
14. River's not at this bookstore.
No. I left the bookstore.
Oh, just looking for River in general?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then you can find River.
Okay.
It's getting close to dinner time when you finally do. Hear the tink, tink, tink of the blacksmith shop and go, it's the last place I haven't looked.
Excuse me.
Faena, look, it helps make this horseshoe.
So, because this is much later in the day, we're gonna come back.
Okay.
Earlier though, where we are here,
Huh.
Aislinn Wrought sees both of you walk in and goes, Rhondo, how relieving to see you here. Hello, Faedan.
Hello.
It's rather, I don't know what time it is. Is
That's
it early?
A little bit.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool. Starting the day. What are you doing here? I would love to help. Assuming that you're here for help. I don't know what you're here for.
I'm here for a couple of things, coming to check up on you,
Yes.
see how you're doing.
Fantastic.
We haven't talked that much since, factory.
Well, it was last night.
Yeah.
Yes. It's going well.
Okay.
We are there's an investigation underway.
Of course.
Of course. Compensation is being doled out to the victims of the explosion, of course.
Yeah.
And once the checks have been made and everything has been assessed, we shall be able to determine what our next steps are.
Who else was harmed in the explosion?
Well, the explosion tragically killed Sherman Scrivener. And I do know that a few other workers were nearby when the building went up. And so compensations will be doled out.
He's on the... Besides us two, he's the only one in the room.
Yes.
I heard there was a auditor came by.
Yes. 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 Auditor Dermot is the one handling the investigation.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Is she here? Or
she is making the rounds, speaking to the necessary parties.
Great.
Yes. She will, I'm sure, as a valued member of the factory personnel, she will certainly be coming to speak to you.
Yeah.
And I would just hope that you make a good show of it.
Right. What kind of show would be a good one?
Well, Rhondo, we can't hide the numbers, so maybe presenting the most hopeful choice for the factory, for the mine.
Yeah.
Of course, because the mine needs to do well, or there's no reason to rebuild the factory.
Of course.
And between you and me, Rhondo, I don't want to move.
Fair. No, I feel you. Sunburst Falls is incredible. A lot of community here.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
And it would be wonderful to continue to bring the prosperity that employment provides to this town.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah, I want everyone to make sure they're still have income coming in.
Of course. Which, of course, a fruitful mine will provide. So.
As far as the rest of the factory goes, have you heard from Kairos at all? Have you talked to them?
I have not spoken to them today. I have been putting out my own fires, so to speak.
Yeah.
If that's metaphor isn't too grim with the condition of the factory. Yes.
Okay.
Can I ask what you're looking for in all this? All these papers everywhere. It seems like you're...
Do you want to give me a perception check, or do you want to ask directly?
I want to ask directly.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. 13.
Well, the auditor comes in when there is been an issue, a concern or an issue or a disaster to determine whether or not the factory is worth salvaging. And I have been pulling up reports to prove to her that this is still a profitable investment in Sunburst Falls, which has required some digging and some convincing, and we're not there yet. Unfortunately, the mine's output numbers have not been very good as of late, and those are what she looks at first. And so I'm trying to put together a plan to convince her. So if you, Faedan, have any insight on this, there are no bad ideas. Everything is welcome, especially if it will help us to encourage the man upstairs to rebuild. Do you follow me?
I follow you.
Yes. So the mine is still in one piece, for which we can be grateful to your lack of a god that we were so blessed, and we can hopefully find a way to use that fortune,
Right.
to convince them to rebuild the factory.
Yes. Is the door open or closed?
Oh no, it's closed.
Okay,
Yeah, no, Solanine closed the door when you guys walked in.
great. Aislinn, there's something else I wanted to talk to you about, and you kind of like mentioned it a bit earlier.
Yes.
Sherman's death wasn't
A tragedy.
wasn't caused by the explosion.
I don't know what you're talking about, Archer. Do you have other information you would like to bring up?
I have, yes, I do have other information I want to talk to you about.
Yes, Archer?
But first, I would like to lay it out like this. If Kairos was no longer able to run their portion of the factory, who would that fall onto to take care of?
The company would almost certainly send a different representative, someone else to become manager of manufacturing. But I want to remind you, there is no manufacturing department anymore. And so, if Kairos Pullman is removed, there will be less incentive to resume building.
Gotcha.
Not that we have any reason to suspect Kairos Pullman of any wrongdoings.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, then I need to reevaluate some rumors that I've heard.
A wise move.
Look over at Faedan. Kind of give a look that's almost like you had seen a glimmer of hope earlier, and it just kind of like snuffs out. And then I'll just go back to Aislinn. I think I have some reports back at my place. I've taken some reports home to work on,
Wonderful.
so maybe I could scrounge some of those up.
That would be perfect, since much of our documentation was destroyed.
Yeah.
It's be making it a little difficult to make a case. So if you find something of value, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Takes a sip of whiskey.
Is there anything I could see glancing at the table myself? Like, if there's anything that's, I don't know, like noteworthy or
Give me a perception
odd
check.
or, that's a 18.
Odd, not necessarily. You see a lot of what you're looking at are reports, and at a quick glance, you see a lot of them are accounts, and it looks like perhaps Aislinn has been trying to figure out where he can move funds, since he can't fudge numbers because there, effectively you're being audited. He can't like fake the amount of input or of output coming from the mine.
He can't cook the books.
He can't cook the books necessarily. But especially because all the reports have already they're already written. It's not like he would have to go back and change lots of pre-existing information. So he's looking for not so much things he can cheat or fake, but things he can perhaps reallocate that would come off better than the actual numbers, which is why he was talking about like the hope in the mine, and speaking of it in a very hopeful, expecting good results down the line type way, because right now the mine's not putting out good numbers. But if he can find like evidence in some reports that would suggest that that there's have been sightings of perhaps more anthracite deeper in that they can dig for, that would encourage, like if he's like, oh sure, like this vein's been drying up, but we've seen like promising sites for more down like these tunnels, then he might be able to convince the auditor that that there is more productivity and more profit down the line as they refocus in a different direction. That's most you can see, like, and he's got like not just reports and numbers, he has maps of the mines.
So he's just trying to find more ways of just continuing an anthracite processing, and he's not like
he's trying to find prospects. Yeah,
right. He's not trying to deviate or have another idea, any other lofty goals.
No, that's kind of what he asked you to do.
Yeah.
He has what he does, and what he does is manage an anthracite processing, and so that's what he's knows how to do. And he knows, and so his whole thing is like right now he's trying to sell a dream.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
These maps,
Yes.
do any of them seem to have chambers, hidden chambers, water, anything weird going on in them?
There's something that you know, Faedan, that you'd like to bring up.
When I rescued Tobi from the collapse, I found Tobi in a pool of water. We found something in that water. It was a chamber that was below one of the tunnels in the mine. And I wasn't sure if that was in the maps, or if that was just something that maybe I knew about and discovered with Tobi's accident.
I need 2 rolls from you.
Okay.
A persuasion check.
Okay.
And a perception check.
Can I help him on the perception?
Because it would have to be like a physical thing you're doing to actually help.
9 for perception. And 9 for persuasion.
Love that. 9s all around.
Nothing catches your eye, but Aislinn Rot goes, I'm sure that's just an odd circumstance that's certainly not worth investigating. We have instances historically of strange dangerous areas in the mine where there is nothing worth investigating, and so we close those off for safety.
Right.
Because safety is priority here at Pullman and
Yes.
Wrought, which I guess until we have another factory, that phrase comes off a little open-ended.
Yeah, we kind of lost the sign that said number of days since last accident.
Yes, I suppose we did.
Which was, I only said 1 anyway. I mean,
To be fair, we do have evidence that this was not an accident,
Yeah, good point.
so we're 2 days.
2 days.
Takes another sip of whiskey. So, I would, if you find anything, think of anything that could help our case, it'd be a boon, please bring it to my attention. But otherwise, I would say, please, when you go speak to Auditor Dermot,
Yeah.
put on a happy face, a
As-
hopeful face.
That's yeah. I'll consider all that. Another thing I wanted to ask you about
Yes.
or talk to you. I don't know if this. We're also aware of the black and greens and everything.
Yes.
And we
Yes.
spoke with Mayor Gamblin.
Oh. Okay.
Well, he gave him the evidence because he has to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Those black and greens are going to continue going. I believe it was north last time we saw them, which means they might be going to other Pullman and Wrought factories.
Yes.
So,
Oh,
I'm not going to make any decisions for you, but
of course.
if you need someone to go as a, proctor, is that the right word?
Representative,
Yeah.
effectively.
As a representative
Yes.
to make sure the factories are okay.
Well, we've lost the telegraph. So
The train doesn't go through the factory anymore.
the train does not go through the factory. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh. We'll need to clear that.
So, yeah, that just brings me to that potential tasks. We don't want other factories to go up.
No, we don't.
So,
Oh.
if there's any resources, because the next ones would be, I think, Idolic. Is that
There are a few before Idolic, but
okay? Gotcha.
yes, that would be. Oh no, I hadn't considered that at all. Yes, I appreciate you bringing this to my attention, Rhondo. I will find. I'll go speak to Atticus. We will get a warning to the other factories sooner than later, but I will keep that in mind. A representative is not a bad idea. We can use the telegraph is gone, but we still have wizards. So I'll have Atticus perhaps send a message that can get to them, and we'll see about that. Thank you for bringing that up. Oh no. Starts pouring himself more whiskey. Okay. Yes, is there anything else that I can help you with in this that you would like to bring to my attention?
That's probably it.
The mine is still running, which is the only thing keeping us afloat right now. But it's going to start stockpiling, so we're going to need to clear the factory debris so the railroads can continue.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, we are shipping what anthracite we do pull out to the next factories down the line for processing.
Okay, great. Then I could hire my men on again, keep them working, but they'll just be clearing debris.
Yes, until the railway is clear.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not more than that.
Okay.
I do not know. We don't have a lot of input coming in, and so our revenue, our payroll will be rather diminished until that is fixed. So only until the railway is clear. Understand? We don't have money for overtime.
Got it.
Great. Thank you, Roger.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you, Faedan.
Absolutely.
Have you ever considered opening a bar in a factory?
Haven't considered, but open to discussion.
Perhaps a way to bring in more money. We'll discuss. And he goes back to his work as Solanine does lead you both out of the manor. Unless there's something else you want to do. Is there something else?
No, I wanted to, just out of curiosity, wanted to glance at the books on the way out and see if there's anything that.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay. You said library, and I was like, I gotta look at these books. I can't go without looking at these books. That is a 9 again. Why is it always 9? Okay.
9?
9.
there's a lot. You catch a lot of titles as you're leaving. There doesn't seem to be they're categorized by color of spine and cover, not by genre.
Not bad.
And as you're going through all of them, as like you just take a quick glance, you see like just real fast in the red section, like 3 books that look like fiction titles, a handful of books that look like history, a couple of them look like academic textbooks, and a few of them on warfare. And then you are out the door without much time to like keep investigating.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys head out. Where are you guys headed after that?
Sherman's wife.
Yeah,
Carol.
Sherman's wife.
Okay. So you know where her house is. Or where Sherman's house, technically the Scriveners, are. And as you are walking up, you're about 2 houses away. As you see the door open, and a tall woman with dark blue skin, long pointed ears, and hair, kind of like I forgot the word, striations of gray and black through her hair that have been into very ornate braids that go down her hair and then like crisscross in a lattice pattern, and then are pulled up into a ponytail that like froths out almost like kind of like a horse's tail. She is wearing dark gray pattern print or pattern woven robe with a very like crisp vest and a high collar as she walks out, and you see a silver watch chain on her vest. And you see as you walk up, she's speaking, saying goodbye to Carol Scrivener, and then steps out. Carol like kind of like sees you guys walking up, but doesn't really acknowledge it and closes the door as she heads out. And you, as she's like walking down the steps from their house, sees you two approaching. There's people on the street. It's not completely empty. It's like a town's moving. It's mid-afternoon, or sorry, early afternoon. But as she sees all of you, she just looks and goes, "Hello.
Hi,
You're Archer Rhondo, yes?"
I am.
And she holds out her hand. She's like, "Auditor Dermot, it is a pleasure to meet you. I was actually going to come speak to you later.
Okay.
Do you have time for a conversation now?"
Not right now, no, I'm sorry. We're actually here to pay some condolences, but...
Of course. I got your address from Pullman Wrought, and would it be possible to drop by later today?
Yeah, later is fine.
Wonderful. I'm sorry, I did not get your name.
Faedan Aspenwish.
Aspenwish. Faedan.
Yes.
A pleasure to meet you. You are also with the company?
Formerly.
Understood.
Opened a bar, the Last Wish. It's great. It's a great bar.
It's a great bar.
Advertising. It's word of mouth.
It's still open, I presume.
Yeah, well, not right now because I'm not there, but yes, we will open tonight. We will be open.
So you are the manager as well.
Yes.
I understand. Perhaps I will be able to stop by while I am in town.
Sure. Yeah.
Very well.
All are welcome.
Mr. Rhondo, it has been a pleasure. I will hopefully speak to you later today after I have made my rounds.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Wonderful. And she heads out as you head into Carol's place. Do you knock on the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I turn after she's like gone.
Oh yeah, she walks away.
Turn to Faedan. I'm just like, well, and I would have on our walk over here too. I kind of would have just been more dejected and just disappointed. And I just look at you and I'm like, I thought we kind of had it. If Aislinn does not like Kairos, and I figure we could have just convinced him, but it looks like he cares more about Kairos's survival for his own survival.
It's they're dependent on each other.
Yeah.
I don't think it's out of the question yet. I just don't think that's the avenue we can go.
Yeah.
You know what bothers me more though? Like, who organizes their books by color? And that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's aesthetically pleasing.
It
but
looks amazing.
it's impossible
That
to find
library
anything.
was amazing, but it's just you got like history next to fiction,
Yeah.
and you've got like I don't. Sorry,
Oh,
it just like standing in there was just like Aislin's uncomfortable enough.
Right.
So
He puts on a lot of airs to like look nice, but like deep down, there's like something else going on.
yeah, and I think it's. I mean, I think he might have a drinking problem.
Oh. Yeah. No, I've never seen him without a drink in
No.
his hand.
You wanted me to open a bar inside the factory?
Right. That is not safe.
No.
I can't have
Good for
people-
business.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Good for business. Great for business.
Exactly.
Possibly, but
No, I can't have people drinking before their shift or between shifts. It's just
no. But right after the shift, you walk up the stairs. Bar's right there. I'm just saying. I mean,
you're stressed. You want to just drink away your problems, and I get it.
is the second to last wish? Is that a weird name for?
The second to last wish sounds like the type of wish you would make when it's like, oh, I need to like tidy up some things. This is what that wish is for.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not like not the first wish, which is like the impulsive one, or the third wish, which is like, this is the one I really like want to make. It's like, okay, sure. I wish to have like maybe no longer maintenance on my house.
Yeah. In like a. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like paying off the mortgage. It's like the gutters are gonna be.
Yeah.
redone,
I wish to never have to do my roof again.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's also I think it's better if you maybe for your own like mental health not to open a bar like,
No, I don't.
working under Pullman again.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I'm just there's I don't know. It was a thought. It was offered. It was.
For sure.
I think I got on his good side somehow.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to take advantage if I can for business reasons only.
He'd probably be your number one customer.
Yeah. No, he would be.
Yeah.
And might be able to mass produce some of my own.
Hey.
You know, like
Okay.
spirits and
Yeah.
things. So that's just it was a thought. It seemed like if there's money, there's opportunity.
Think about
You know what I
starting
mean?
like a brewery or like a distillery.
Just distillery.
Distillery. Okay.
I mean, we know she's home. Is she not gonna be?
I kind of want to give her like a little bit of like leniency because she just let someone
No,
out.
yeah.
She's
It just-
probably grieving, so now
Makes sense.
we'll probably knock.
So you knock.
Yeah.
The door does open very quickly, and Carol Scrivener, who is a tired-looking woman with a ginger bob cut,
Fuck.
and
Should have brought something.
was there something you would have brought?
Like a casserole or something.
Oh, I see. Yeah. And you see she has a towel like draped over one shoulder, coming down, and you can see little an infant's leg sticking out where she is currently breastfeeding. As she sees you, hi, Rhondo.
Hi, Carol.
Can I help you with something?
You know, we just came to bear condolences.
Yep.
Sorry.
Me too.
Mind if we
Yeah.
step
Come
inside?
in. Hey, Faedan, you here on the condolence wagon?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Come on in. She leads you in. Their house is very small and crowded. You see a lot of very old furniture. There's like a lot of old blankets, toys kind of like strewn around that haven't been picked up in looks like a while. Yeah, she walks in. She's like, sorry about the mess. The other two are at work in the mines, so we're just it's just me today.
It's all right.
Yeah. Any word on the mines?
On the mines?
Sorry, on the factory. Sorry, I'm not all here right now.
It's okay. It's all pretty fresh right now. They're figuring out what to do.
Yeah. They're clearing the railways, right?
That's gonna be one of the next steps. I'm gonna bring on people to, work and at least get paid to like take care of that.
Great.
So the railway will be taken care of. Spoke with Aislinn to see how's it going with the factory, and I guess they have this auditor going through.
Yeah. She stopped by to share her condolences too.
Okay.
So,
He, when I spoke with Aislinn, at least he mentioned that there's going to be now nothing can replace Sherman, but I heard that they're going to try to compensate you.
yeah, they dropped a hefty amount of notes, enough for us to pack up and head out of here.
Enough for you to pack up, or telling you to pack up?
No, I'm not staying in Sunburst Falls.
Okay.
I'm grabbing the kids and I'm done with this town.
I understand. I get it.
Yeah. So
So
once we've had time to,
last time I spoke with Sherman, he seemed kind of done with this town too.
yeah,
So it makes sense that you would.
yeah. He was pretty convinced that he had some good some plans to make it to turn things around, but well, I'm not the planner, so I'm just gonna once the railway's clear, we're getting out of here.
Did he mention to you what those plans were?
He was an optimistic man. He was an optimistic man who had a lot of plans that a lot of times didn't work out. And so, no, I didn't ask this time. I had my own business keeping 5 mouths fed.
Yeah.
So, it's over. We're getting out of town.
Okay.
Well, maybe, I don't know. I've got a cousin in Idolic. Maybe we'll go there and see if maybe they can put us up for a bit until maybe the kids can find some work.
Did they mention how he passed?
Give me a deception check.
I'm asking a question.
Are you implying that you don't know, or are you trying to ask what the auditor said?
Implying what the auditor said.
Give a persuasion check. She's gonna roll an insight check.
13.
It is a tragedy that Sherman was caught in the collateral damage of the factory explosion. So, the auditor, Ms. Dermott, said that she hopes that the compensation provided is enough to give us a fresh start.
I'm gonna look at Faedan and just kind of give you a look like, should I say something?
No. As much as I can silently, just try to say, just, that's technically true. We'll figure out the details.
She's moving. She's not sitting there just talking to you guys. As she's moving, she's like grabbing toys, putting them in the bins, trying to like while with a baby in one arm, she's trying to like clean up the mess that's been left in like the wreckage of the house. It's like, so let me know when the rubble's clear and the train can go through, because I prefer to not spend much more time here if I don't have to. I'm sure someone will let me know. It's kind of a big deal. The railway's closed down, but
I'll definitely let you know, and you let me know if there's anything I could do, or we could cook up some casseroles, make sure you guys are fed.
I wouldn't say no. That's very kind of you.
Of course.
You guys gonna head out?
Yeah.
Or do you have more to? Did you want to say something?
Nope.
Okay. That's fine. You guys
Just being uncomfortable.
She sees you guys out and close the door behind you guys. Tobi.
Yeah.
You and your dad, he leads you out and takes you back home as he's told you that you guys are planning on meeting up with River Pine later at the Last Wish. Since they were apparently able to do something with the bruising, perhaps they can do something with your shoulder. I have some high hopes, perhaps. And as you guys approach home, and you can see already, the windows are much darker from where he has been already adding things in the morning before you guys left. As he walks up to the door, you guys walk in and see that your mom is already home early from the mine, at the kitchen table, and sitting there is also a woman with blue skin, long pointed ears, and lots of braids. And as you approach her, get closer, you can see her irises are blood red, whereas the whites of her eyes are kind of like a pale blue. She stands up and she sees you both enter. She goes, hello, it is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Artemus. You must be Tobi.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well. I heard that you were too close to the factory last night when the explosion happened, and I am doing the rounds. I represent Pullman Wrought, and I'm here to check on everyone who might have been affected by the explosion. And she introduced herself to your father. Your mom, Tony, is just kind of like looking kind of like nervously back and forth between you guys, just yeah, she said this might be a family matter because it's a fairly recent, you were fairly young, so she asked if I would come sit in on this, but it might be a between you two thing.
Yeah, I don't think you had to come home from the mines.
No, it's okay. I wanted to make sure that everything was going all right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so she sits back down and it kind of like gestures for everyone to sit at the table. So, at Pullman Wrought, your safety is our primary concern, especially after your colleague, Sherman Scrivener, was killed in the blast. So it is very important to us that all of you are taken care of with the factory being gone. The explosion is a tragedy that, while not Pullman Wrought's fault, we want to make sure that all of you are taken care of because we care about our employees. And so I'm here to make sure that you are healthy and well, and also to provide you with an amount of compensation for basically to ensure that you are recovered well from what had happened at the factory. Do you understand?
Tobi's mind's just like whirling because she said that Sherman died from the explosion. I'm like, that's not right. And then she's like, what should I say? Should I say that I was in the... It's just... So she's just staring blankly.
We have here, and she reaches into her, she's got a small patch, like a mail bag, and pulls out a stack of papers in a binder, or in a folder, and pulls out a few of them that are very clearly, typewritten. So here we have, just for everyone's paperwork, for the so that we can dole out the appropriate amount of compensation. Here is just a description of the events as followed, where you were all walking by the factory on your way to the Germaning, and when the Black and Greens set off the explosion that destroyed the factory, you were caught in the blast. I know that your friend Mr. Basher was injured as well, and your friend and the young man Mr. Greenthorn, and so we'll be doing the rounds to make sure that they are okay as well, and also sufficiently compensated. Unfortunately for Mr. Scrivener, there's nothing we can do, so we have ensured that his wife and children are taken care of, and then you as well. And so it will be a sum of 42 notes. And she slides the paper toward you. All you have to do is sign this affidavit for our records.
You said 42 notes?
Yes, hopefully enough to help offset some of the damages that you might have received, and perhaps since you won't be able to work for a while because of the injuries, that will hopefully help keep you in good standings, at least until you're able to return to work. And you see, as she said that, also your parents' eyes are both just like,
Thank you. Is there any way that we could add any transportation, just in case, like, my health needs aren't, covered in this town? What if I need to go away?
are you seeking medical attention
Yes.
outside of Sunburst Falls?
Yes.
Do you know where?
I turn to my father. I'm like,
I'm gonna roll 2 checks real quick.
okay.
Todd,
One is
please
for
help me.
Toby. Sorry, one is for Tobias, and one is for Auditor Dermot.
Okay.
Tobias says, we're thinking of taking her to Adolik, where it would be safer, and perhaps they have much more medical facilities as a larger metropolis. And she says, I am sure that we can increase the compensation to cover travel expenses. Would perhaps 45 notes be sufficient? An increase of 3 notes for transportation?
And then I turn to my father. And I'm like, take it. And I turn back to her and I'm like, yeah, that should cover it.
Perfect. That is good to hear. And she pulls out a pen and hands it to you. It's like, if you can just sign the affidavit here, I will ensure that the check is written out for you.
Okay. And then I sign away, and then I'm just thinking about Sherman, and I'm like, so sad. I'm like, I gotta do what I gotta do. And then I hand it back to her.
Wonderful, thank you. She takes it. She flips open. She opens a folio, writes out a full check to the amount of 45 notes to Tobi Summerbeam, and tears it out on. It's like full with like the carbon paper backing and everything. So she's got it's in her records. Files your affidavit underneath it and hands you the check for 45 notes.
Thank you for this.
Thank you, and again, Pullman Wrought has our most sincere condolences for the damages that you have incurred. If you need anything, please do not feel ashamed or afraid to reach out to Aslan Wrought, and he knows how to reach me.
Okay. And then when she says that last bit, Tobi kind of gets like really heated. And but she tries to save as much face as she can, and she's like, thank you very much, and I hope you have a pleasant stay here.
Dermot doesn't even there's no break in the facade in the face. She stands up, says again, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Summerbeam. Tobi, I will perhaps be seeing you around before I have left the town and finish the audit. And she walks out. You see your mother goes, Tobi, that is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. Where are you going?
Dad.
This is not. We're not going anywhere yet. We are trying to ascertain. Tobi, show your mother this. What has happened?
And then I like show her.
Oh my God, Tobi! What is that?
Pullman did this. Kairos Pullman did this, and then I like make sure that the.
Oh no, she's gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she killed Sherman. He didn't die from the explosion. He's dead because Pullman killed him. They snapped his neck.
Tobi. Tobi, you gotta promise me you're never gonna go near that person again.
Fine.
You could have been exactly where Sherman is right now.
I know.
And they did this to you.
Yeah.
And we have a plan to what is this?
Dakota said it's maybe venom.
Okay.
Yeah. So we need to leave and get professional help for it.
That's the plan, is to go to Idolic. And your father goes, perhaps not Idolic. We are trying to figure out exactly the best place, but it's possible we might be going to Korar. We are still weighing the options. And your mother immediately is like, we're not going to Korar. We had a whole conversation when you left there about the state of the country, and I don't know that it's gotten any better. Why would we go to Korar? Because I know some people who have specialities regarding venom and poisons, and perhaps they are... It's not our only choice. We haven't decided yet. We're going to go to the Last Wish and see if perhaps there's a person there who did the thing. Show us the arm, Tobi.
Okay. And then so I just take off my shirt.
Fair enough. You see the bruises that Tobi had
I'll
earlier?
do a little spin.
Yes. It's like, yeah. Where'd the bruises go?
This person healed me.
But didn't heal this?
Yeah, it was kind of cut short.
But you think they can?
Maybe.
All right. So we're gonna go get this checked out now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Tobi. I know you've been through a lot, and I'm sure what just happened wasn't easy. But I don't like the look of that, so we're gonna go get it checked out right now, right? And your dad's like, yes, right now.
Yes.
So they grab you and head to the Last Wish.
Okay, I'm putting on my shirt.
I figured.
Just walks out naked.
To the Last Wish.
They have bras in Sunburst Falls.
I know, but it's funny.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys head to the Last Wish. So with all the traveling through and through, we're getting about close to like the end of the day where Faena has entered, or sorry, not the end of the day, but like late afternoon, close to dinner time, where Faena has finally entered the blacksmith's office or workshop.
River?
Look, I made a horseshoe. Okay.
I mean, you kind of you helped.
I held the tongs and helped.
Excuse me, Victoria.
Yeah.
How long have they been here?
What time did you get here? Late morning?
I never made it to Faedan. But look, I can help. I'm being
Victoria,
helpful.
are you looking for a new apprentice? I didn't.
I'm
think you
really not, but they asked for some input, and I've got a low caseload today, so I just gave them helped walk them through the basics.
Interesting. So you're a blacksmith now?
No, but it was fun, and I helped.
You did. Yeah.
Do they help?
I mean, yeah. Like an extra set of hands isn't bad, but it was helpful.
Why?
They asked.
Why? What? Do you know them?
Hey, Faena, it's
Why
fine.
are you
They could be anybody.
Sorry, Faena grabs
most
Faena and
people
starts
don't
pushing you
just
towards
walk
the door.
in and just ask yeah. Most people, I'm not worried about it.
All right,
I can handle myself.
Thank you, Victoria. Takes off the apron and like hangs it kind of on the door. Like, thank you so much. I'll see you later. This was really great.
Yeah.
Bye.
River, I can't believe that you.
Closes the door. Starts walking away because all the windows are open.
I can't believe you just.
What? I learned things.
Great, grand. Did you remember anything? Did you find out more about anything today? Did you think that it would be a little bit helpful to maybe communicate that to someone? I was at the same place all day, and obviously you were too, but not at the place that we talked about.
Well, you said that we were going to meet at the bookshop at the end of the workday, and the workday's almost over.
I can't believe you. I can't believe you.
Did you get there early?
What do you think?
How was I supposed to know you were going to get there early?
Because you were supposed to be there. There's a nice little cafe, and they have tea and
You
coffee
told
and
me
all
to
that
go back to Faedan's place and then at the end of the workday meet you there. It wasn't the end of the workday. I was still going to meet you there.
You wanted to go to the bookstore. You wanted to go to Dr. Cad's. You wanted to go to Faedan's. You've been driving this whole thing. And then now you leave me.
You didn't have to come.
I didn't have to come. I wasn't the one being told to go to my mother's. I would have of course come. But you told me to go to my mother's and do the right thing.
I just wanted to be helpful. And I was.
Who? Victoria?
Yeah,
Victoria can handle her own. What, do you want to be friends with Victoria now?
Am I not allowed to be friends with other people?
Faena just storms off, going towards the last wish, but storms off nonetheless. You can decide to pursue.
Oh, I know. I'm following, but I'm following quickly so I don't lose you, but I'm like kind of letting Faena just blow off steam in the front because I'm not necessarily angry. I'm just frustrated and letting you go be angry.
Yeah, Faena's feeling some huge, abandonment issues and is not used to, kids who aren't used to sharing toys.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going on in Faena's mind right now, is she's not used to sharing any kind of friends with anyone. And so this is the first time that Faena has experienced someone maybe not being there for them all the time. And while that's totally normal in real life, it's Gracie talking. I'm just going to clarify.
Gracie has healthy relationships with friends.
Just to clarify.
As you guys, you, followed by you, do finally, reach the last wish, which is not terribly close to the blacksmith shop. You see a family of 3.
Faedan, I'm coming to drop off here.
This is...
Hello? You're not Faedan.
No, we were waiting for Faedan to get here.
Are you okay?
Not really.
We were actually looking for your friend here.
Why?
Hi.
Because they were very helpful earlier.
I said I would try and help again.
You did. Thank you.
What was he supposed to say?
Are you upset that they're trying to help me?
I'm sorry. They're trying to help you? They don't know anything. They fell off of a carriage. And they don't even know who they are.
That's kind of bitchy. Why are you being so mean?
So are you.
I'm being a bitch.
Yeah, I think there's something in your blood over there.
Oh.
Excuse me. Are you making implications about my daughter?
I'm immediately gonna grab Faena's arm and just start walking towards the front. Be right back. Walking towards the front of Faedan's house.
Okay.
Or can I pull you? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm. Hey, pulls you out of the by the front door. Is the front door open?
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. You tell me. Locked it?
Locked it.
Okay, I was
Nope.
gonna try and go in. Can't go in. Stop there. Just turn. Calm down. It's fine.
You're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get found out. You're gonna get dragged away and become this. People are gonna leech off of you.
Mr. Summerbeam was just trying to help me.
Mr. Summerbeam
Sorry.
is trying to use you.
No.
He's trying to use you like a tool.
So
Mr.
what?
Summerbeam doesn't have your best interest at heart. Mr. Summerbeam could tell anyone about anything at any time.
And he could do that whether or not I help or not, but if I help, then at least I'm helping.
But if you do it once, it's an accident. If you do it twice,
I've already
it's a
done it
pattern.
twice.
Did you tell him that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You did not tell him.
I don't remember.
River,
I don't remember. What is it? Sorry.
I
I was
can't
busy.
help you if you keep running into danger.
Is there another way to go? I don't know where. I can't just think about myself. I don't even know who myself is. But if I can be helpful, then at least there's a point. It's just a reason for being.
Maybe I was
Here.
too hard on you about the blacksmith. You can go be a blacksmith apprentice. That's fine. I don't care if you're a blacksmith apprentice or not. But please, don't try to heal the world.
I'm not
The
gonna
world
try
isn't going
and
to heal
the
you.
world.
It's going to eat you up.
The girl with the horns is gonna eat me, because she seems pretty nice.
No, it was a turn of phrase.
I'm not trying to heal the world. I'm trying
Can
to
you
heal
promise
one
me?
person.
Okay, fine. You can heal one person.
I
We
don't
have to
even know
make
if
sure
I
they
can.
don't say anything.
I don't even know if I can.
I know you don't know if you feel like.
Don't
Fine.
you understand that I just want to help people because I don't know anything else? But I know that when I help someone and they
And don't
feel
you know?
better?
I'm just trying to keep you safe.
Yeah. I'm not. If you put something in a box, they're safe. Doesn't mean they belong in a box.
You're right. We have to make sure they don't say anything.
Okay.
And we can't wait for Faedan. We have to. If you're gonna do this, you're gonna do
I
this
don't even
now.
know if I can, Faena. I already told them that I probably can't and that they're probably going to disappoint them, and I don't know what I'm
Then
doing,
try
and
and fail. You know what? It's almost better if you do, because then they can't come back.
you didn't see his face. Faena,
I'm
he's
sure they have
terrified.
something else up their sleeve. You're not the only person that can heal. I mean, you're the only person that I know that can heal in that sort of way. But there are doctors and there are other things.
Did you hear what Dakota was saying? They had no idea what's going on. And I don't know a lot of people, but I'm pretty sure Dakota's the smartest one around.
Okay, fair, but there's other towns and other places that have much better facilities than Sunburst Falls. If you want to try, let's try. If you don't want to try, we're going back home. Your choice.
I'm sorry. I know you said that it's fine if I try, but I feel like if I try, you'll still be mad at me. Because I want to help them, but you're the only person who's ever actually helped me.
I'm not going anywhere, River. I may be mad, but I'm not going anywhere. Don't make me say it again.
River just aggressively jumps and hugs you.
Faena will allow it. Are we going inside?
Tries the door handle again. Nope.
No, inside the bar. Inside.
I don't think that that's open either.
Are we going to help them, or are we going to have dinner at my house? If you're gonna do it now!
We're gonna help him.
Okay.
We are. Grabs the arm. He immediately grabs Faeda's arm and arm in arm and starts to walk back.
So we have settled this then? We're good?
Yes, sorry. There was just. Yeah,
Great. Tobi, shoulder.
it's fine. Is there a step? Are there stairs somewhere that we can go sit on?
In front. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's
Okay.
steps up to that.
I just want to go like lead you over to the steps. I'm also still arm in arm with Faena.
Yeah.
I let you lead me out, and I'm like looking at you.
Yeah, I'm shooting daggers at you too.
As I lead you, I'm like, so what happened?
Kairos, they just kind of clawed me. And
Is that Briar's person? Briar's?
Aaron?
Yeah.
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 I met Briar. I didn't like him.
No. They're all kind of shit.
I can tell that looks. Ow.
Yeah, it's not the best. Yeah, so this is what's happening, and it keeps kind of getting worse, and then you fixed it a little bit, which thank you.
We're gonna sit us down. I don't know if I can help. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, just thank you for trying.
You're welcome.
Looks up. I just look up and beaming at Faena, just like Faena's helping too, because now we're a team again. I'm going to put both of my hands on your shoulder and like just looking at it, just kind of like, does it feel like? Can you physically feel it?
No, it's swollen.
Just swollen. Does it? I was gonna say, does it feel warm? I don't know if I can tell.
No, you can still tell what
Okay.
other things feel like.
Okay.
You, as soon as they put their hands on you, they are fucking burning up.
Like
Their hands
their
are.
body,
Their
like,
body
touching
is
me.
very warm.
It's like,
Yeah.
well, I feel like aren't I?
You can still acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Just because you don't get hurt by it doesn't mean you don't know it's there.
It's like,
Yeah, don't move.
I at
Faena
this
just
point think
kinda
Faena's
Yeah.
barbs are just funny.
It is swollen, and you can see like the skin is broken where like in like 3 places where like fingers would have touched. Give me
I am going to kind of close my eyes, and I'm very purposely still kind of pushing up against Faena's leg, who I'm assuming didn't sit down.
No, Faena sat down
Okay,
with
so-
you. Faena is currently pushing Tobi towards your hand to try to like brace them.
I'm definitely still like, I didn't ever lose contact with Faena because I'm like, if I stop touching you, you're gonna not be my friend anymore. And kind of start by trying to think about what I was thinking about before. Like, okay, I was feeling Faena's my friend. Faena's there for me. Faena's always there for me. And then kind of like, I want Tobi to feel like that because everyone should feel like that. Because that's why I want to help people. I want to help because everyone should feel helped and like they have somebody for them. No one should feel alone. So it started with how Faena made me feel and kind of grows to how I want everyone else to feel.
Give me a medicine check. The DC is 25.
Oh,
Natural 20. Yes! I'm not kidding. Somebody else look at that.
you're safe. You're safe.
We're crossed. Yes.
We honor critical successes
felt
on
it
this
in
show.
my- that's not-
Oh Lord.
You've heard him say it here, folks. We honor critical
River,
successes.
you like put your hands on Tobi's shoulder, feeling the swollen heat underneath it, the cracks where Kairos's fingertips touched Tobi, and as you're like trying to like feel through, suddenly like the heat leaves. The heat like in her shoulder just goes cold. You can feel it, and as you're looking at it, you're like pushing, and you can feel like the vein, like these blackened veins that have been spreading from the wounds, like spiderwebbing out, start to like recede into like where the cracks were. You feel the skin underneath where it was broken open and like cracked from the touch is starting to like heals over. Tobi, you feel a relief as the swelling goes down, and then your extremities go cold. Your fingertips start to like get chilled. You feel all that pain alleviate, and everyone can see the cracks in the where the fingertips touch, like where the skin had broken open, is healing back over. Your hands are freezing, and so are your arms. And as it all finally like relinquishes, and like as River leaves their hand away, and it just looks like normal, like healthy skin again, you feel like spreading through your arms a chill that reaches into you, and you've been warm this whole time, and you feel like suddenly cold and empty inside, and you hear in your ears, and you black out.
Excuse me?
And we'll
What
pick
did
out
you
next
do to my
session.
friend?
Oh my god! Fuck! I had. Oh god!
What did you do to my friend?
I didn't do anything.
You're
You
okay
did
now.
it.
What?
You're okay.
All right, everybody, we're gonna find out what happens next week
That's crazy.
on The Worst of Times.
Ah.
You think I'm shocked because River blacked out. I'm really shocked that River ended the second session in a row with a natural 20. Which isn't a bad thing. It's actually a great thing. Like, both the dice tell a story and also narratively and dramatically, and good for Artemus, frankly. Like, swell. But what are the odds? They've rolled so many natural 20s. We've had 8 sessions. Mind-blowing. Incredible work, honestly, on all their parts. But at the same time, it's just like, maybe they should start using some of those natural 20s to, I don't know, save people. Like, I know it's a horror series, but we're 8 sessions in, you guys have already had 1 casualty, so maybe that bringing Kairos Pullman to justice thing. I mean, I'm saying this as if I'm not the one stacking the odds against them. But I'm sure it's going to go better. I have faith in them. They're really picking it up. We'll see. Next time on The Worst of Times.